Dear friend, before the messages arrive, before commutes and classes scatter the people you love, morning gathers your family in ordinary sounds, water running, cupboards closing, shoes crossing the floor, a hurried reminder called from one room to another. Then comes the doorway. One by one, they pass through it, move beyond your sight, and enter hours you cannot observe. Love feels that distance immediately. Your mind may begin rehearsing what could happen, as though anticipating every problem might allow you to remain beside them. You want to notice the danger before it approaches, offer the right word before a difficult decision, and be present wherever they may need help. This vigilance is not proof that your faith is weak. Often it is love trying to protect, but love becomes exhausted when it accepts the impossible assignment of complete control. You cannot accompany every loved one. You cannot supervise every conversation, prevent every disappointment, or stand visibly at every hidden crossroads. Yet the edge of your sight is not the edge of God's care. Psalm 121 will meet us here, at this tender boundary between what you can do and what you must entrust. The God to whom we pray is already present in every classroom, workplace, journey, room, and private decision you cannot reach. Today, we will place these specific people and places into His keeping, not by withdrawing practical care, not by becoming passive, but by releasing solitary vigilance and choosing faithful intercession. So pause at the doorway. Let your concern become honest prayer. When the footsteps fade and the one you love disappears from view, who remains watchful where your line of sight ends? The answer rises from the psalm itself. When fear lowers your attention toward everything that might go wrong, Psalm 121 invites you to look higher, not away from reality, but toward the source of help. Help comes from the Maker of heaven and earth, the one whose vision is never narrowed by distance, whose strength is never depleted by the demands of the day. He is called the Keeper. He does not drift into distraction. He does not grow weary and lose awareness. He does not sleep while your family moves through places you cannot see. Human vigilance must pause. The body needs rest, and the mind cannot remain alert to every possibility without becoming exhausted. But God's watchfulness is not anxious scanning, it is steady presence. What overwhelms your limited attention never overwhelms His. This does not mean the day will contain no difficulty. Scripture does not offer us a bargain in which trust guarantees smooth roads, easy conversations, or freedom from disappointment. Its assurance runs deeper. In difficulty, no one is abandoned. In uncertainty, no one is forgotten. In moments that require wisdom, courage, protection, or help, no loved one is invisible to God. Psalm 121 gathers the whole movement of life into the language of going out and coming in. That includes the child leaving for school, the adult beginning a shift, the relative setting out on a journey, and the family member stepping away for an ordinary errand. Their destinations differ, their hours unfold beyond your observation, but none of their movements passes outside the keeper's notice. So when your imagination begins composing frightening possibilities, let the psalm give your attention a new direction. You do not rest because every circumstance can be predicted. You rest because God remains attentive where prediction fails. Your loved ones may cross the threshold and disappear from your view, but they do not cross beyond His presence. He is before them on the other side of the door, beside them through the hours, and near when they return. If God is the keeper, then your vigilance does not have to become the family's final safeguard. But what does surrender look like when love still has real responsibilities to fulfill? Perhaps part of you fears that opening your hands means failing the people entrusted to you, but surrender does not release you from love's true work. It releases you from the impossible demand to be everywhere, foresee everything, and govern outcomes that no human being can command. You can still plan carefully and check in with tenderness. You can listen without distraction, set wise boundaries, notice changes, and respond when help is needed. You can prepare, advise, protect, and remain available. These ordinary acts do not compete with prayer, they become its companions. Trust does not make care passive, it makes care honest about its limits. Here is the dividing line. Faithful care acts on what love can responsibly do. Anxiety reaches beyond responsibility and tries to control distant events, other people's reactions, and private choices. One serves with wisdom, the other carries a burden it was never given strength to bear. So let your hands open, not because the people you love matter less, but because they matter too much to be held only within the reach of your own ability. Picture them now, one by one, crossing the morning doorway. See the familiar face, remember the particular need, and allow each person to become more than a general concern. Then let this simple prayer rise: God, go where I cannot. These words do not summon an absent God. They acknowledge the keeper who is already there. They mean, I will fulfill the responsibilities love has placed before me, and I will entrust to you what lies beyond my reach. God, go where I cannot. I release my claim to complete control. I remain willing to listen, to act, to protect, and to help. I place each beloved life into your keeping, not with careless hands, but with faithful, open hands. And with those particular faces before me, let my first prayer follow them through the doors of their schools. God, I bring before you the children, grandchildren, teenagers, college students, and every loved one entering a place of learning today. You know each name, each temperament, each hope, and each concern they may not yet have words to express. As they arrive, settle in, and meet the demands of the day. Let your steady presence surround them. Be with them when attention is difficult and understanding comes slowly. Give them patience to keep learning, humility to ask questions, and integrity when shortcuts seem easier. During every transition from classroom to corridor, from one subject to another, from structured moments to unguarded ones, grant them wisdom, self-control, and quiet confidence. At lunch tables and gathering places, let them know belonging without feeling compelled to become someone they are not. Lead them toward trustworthy friends who encourage what is good. Place attentive adults near them, people who notice, listen carefully, and respond with compassion. Teach those I love to offer kindness without surrendering discernment, to welcome others without following unhealthy influence, and to stand with courage when the crowd moves in a harmful direction. Guard them through activities, practices, study, and the journey home. I ask for safety, not as a demand that no hard moment ever reach them, but as trust that difficulty will never place them beyond your help. When disappointment comes, steady them. When conflict arises, guide them. When courage is required, strengthen them. Remember especially the child who is struggling silently, the student carrying pressure beneath an ordinary expression, and the one who fears that speaking will make matters worse. Give them language to ask for help and the discernment to choose someone trustworthy. If I do not learn what happened until much later, keep me from believing that the delay means they were alone. Prepare me to receive their words calmly, believe what must be heard, and act wisely when action is needed. God, I entrust to you every corridor I cannot walk, every conversation I cannot hear, and every decision I cannot supervise. My prayer accompanies them where my presence cannot. And as assignments are gathered and school hours unfold, carry this same trust toward the workplaces where those I love bear another kind of responsibility. God, I bring before you the spouses, adult children, parents, and relatives whose responsibilities unfold through office hours, remote work, service roles, manual labor, caregiving, and uncertain employment. You see the visible labor others recognize, and you know the hidden weight they may carry without speaking of it at home. Give them clear judgment when choices are complicated, patient speech when tension rises, and diligence when the work feels repetitive or unnoticed. Let their labor be honest. When pressure invites compromise, give them courage to remain truthful without becoming harsh, and wise without surrendering integrity. Be present in every relationship shaped by the workday. Grant respect between co-workers, wisdom in conversations with supervisors, grace with clients, and compassion toward every person they are responsible to serve. Where misunderstanding develops, help them listen well and answer carefully. Where treatment is unfair, guide their response and lead them toward appropriate support. Where they hold authority, let them exercise it with humility and justice. Protect those whose work demands strength, attention, movement, or exposure to risk. Keep them alert with equipment, tools, heavy tasks, and changing conditions. For those carrying emotional strain, steady them through conflict, deadlines, demanding interactions, and the insecurity of not knowing what comes next. Give them permission to rest, courage to seek help, and freedom from believing that their worth rises or falls with one day's performance. Provide what is needed, Lord, and open fitting opportunities in your time. I will not turn this prayer into a promise of promotion, ease, or immediate financial change. Instead, I ask for daily provision, wise direction, endurance through waiting, and people who can offer fair consideration. Remember those seeking work, returning after an absence, learning an unfamiliar role, or quietly fearing that they will fail. Meet them with patience for the process and strength for the next faithful step. I release the interview I cannot enter, the evaluation I cannot influence, the difficult exchange I cannot conduct, and the decision I cannot make on another person's behalf. The keeper sees both the task before them and the burden within them. As shifts end, appointments call, and loved ones move toward their next destination, let this trust travel with them onto the roads, through the delays, and across every mile between departure and arrival. God, I place before you every loved one traveling today, those driving familiar streets, waiting for a bus or train, riding a bicycle, walking through crowded crossings, or beginning a journey that will carry them far from home. You know the route before them, the conditions along it, and the places where my information will be incomplete. Keep me from filling those gaps with imagined danger. I entrust the road itself to you. Give each traveler alertness without fear, patience without carelessness, and sound judgment when choices must be made quickly. Help drivers attend to changing conditions, pedestrians move with awareness, and all who share the way treat one another with consideration. Guard them from distraction, haste, anger, and the pressure to take needless risks. Through familiar turns and unfamiliar places, crowded platforms and quiet stretches, let wisdom accompany every movement. Remember those traveling alone, those leaving before dawn, those returning after dark, and those trying to find their way where signs, customs, or surroundings are unfamiliar. Let them remain calm enough to notice what matters. When they need directions, give them humility to ask. When weariness reduces attention, lead them toward rest. When a warning should be heeded, a plan reconsidered, or a route abandoned, grant timely wisdom and courage to respond. Protect them through changing weather, congestion, missed connections, mechanical concerns, and unexpected delays. Yet keep my prayer grounded. I will not treat faith as a guarantee that every departure will proceed on schedule or every journey unfold as planned. A delay is not automatically a disaster, and uncertainty is not absence. When plans change, be present. When communication is brief, steady me. When arrival takes longer than expected, help me choose patient hope over fearful invention. Psalm 121 gathers both going out and coming in beneath the keeper's care. So I release the miles I cannot observe, the decisions I cannot make, and the timing I cannot control. I do not need to travel beside them in my mind to prove that I love them. I can remain attentive, answer when needed, and trust God with the distance between us. Bring them, according to your mercy, towards safe arrival and grateful reception. And when the familiar sound of return reaches the doorway, let our prayer cross the threshold with them, for the rooms called home also need your peace, provision, repair, and faithful care. Now, as prayer crosses the threshold, I bring before you those whose day unfolds within these rooms. Babies needing constant attention, elders requiring patience and dignity, caregivers carrying repeated responsibilities, remote workers balancing labor with household demands, recovering loved ones moving slowly towards strength, and anyone spending long hours at home. Let no quiet room be mistaken for an easy day. Make this household a place where peace becomes visible. Teach us to speak truth without cruelty, to listen without preparing our defense, and to set appropriate boundaries without withdrawing love. When harm has been done, give us humility to acknowledge it. When forgiveness is needed, keep us from using it to avoid responsibility. Lead us toward repair that is honest, compassionate, and patient. You know what may remain concealed behind closed doors: fatigue that shortens tempers, financial pressure that unsettles sleep, loneliness in the midst of family, resentment gathering beneath routine, and concern no one has yet voiced. bring hidden needs into wise and gentle attention, provide food, shelter, medicine, time, counsel, companionship, and every practical help required for today. Give me discernment to recognize what prayer is asking me to do, and courage to respond responsibly with the means available to me. For those whose homes do not feel restful or secure, draw near with protection, calm, and trustworthy support. Do not let spiritual words silence a real need for boundaries, intervention, or help. Guide each person toward the next safe and faithful action, and place compassionate people near enough to listen and respond. And remember the caregiver who has carried everyone else in thought and prayer. Remember me. Give me strength for what is mine to do, rest from what is not, and permission to receive care without shame. Let me ask for help before exhaustion becomes bitterness. Let this family learn that care can move in more than one direction. The doorway is not only where loved ones depart into God's keeping, it is also where we welcome them, meet one another truthfully, and practice trust within reach. Guard these rooms, Lord, but do more than guard them. Form within them patient love, practical wisdom, and courage to repair what has been strained. Then, lead our prayer deeper still, toward the inner crossroads no room can reveal and no caregiver can enter. There are places within another person that even faithful love cannot occupy. I cannot read every thought, hear every private conversation, or choose on behalf of someone I cherish. I may recognize a change in their voice or sense a burden beneath their silence, but I cannot force open what they are not ready to reveal. Here, where my knowledge ends and their agency begins, teach me to pray without trying to take possession of their will. Lord, when competing voices surround them, give them discernment to recognize what is truthful and good. When a difficult relationship confuses affection with control, strengthen them to establish wise boundaries. When moral pressure makes compromise appear easier, give them courage to remain honest. When disappointment, grief, or uncertainty clouds the way ahead, steady them until the next responsible step becomes clear. Give them courage to tell the truth, especially when truth may carry a cost. Help them step away from harmful influence, admit when they are overwhelmed, and seek assistance from people worthy of trust. If shame tells them to hide, remind them that asking for help is not failure. If fear convinces them that nothing can change, place patient, compassionate support within reach. And purify my intercession. Keep me from disguising control as concern or demanding that your guidance reproduce the future I have imagined. I may offer counsel, remain available, ask careful questions, and respond when action is mine to take. But I cannot author another person's life. Love can desire wisdom for them without insisting that every choice follow my preferred script. So now I release one fear I have not named aloud, one unresolved decision I keep trying to settle in my mind, and one beloved person whose future I repeatedly rehearse. I entrust what I know, what I suspect, and what remains entirely hidden. Hold them in truth and mercy. Guide them without coercion, correct them without abandonment, and surround them with opportunities to choose what is life-giving and right. They may be beyond the doorway, standing at a fork I cannot see, but they are not beyond the keeper's attention. Psalm 121 assures us that every going out and every coming in rests beneath God's watchful care. Therefore, what I have entrusted alone, we now entrust together, every person, every place, every private struggle, and every decision still unfolding. Together, we give thanks for the loved ones entrusted to us and surrender the hours we cannot oversee. We remember those learning in schools, carrying responsibility at work, moving along roads and platforms, remaining within the home, and facing choices hidden from every other heart. For each person and each place, we confess the same hope. The keeper of Psalm 121 is present in our going out and our coming in. We do not claim that difficulty will never enter the day. There may be delays, disappointments, demanding conversations, or decisions that require unusual courage. Yet no hardship makes our families unseen, and no distance diminishes God's attention. Beyond every threshold, His presence continues where our observation cannot. Therefore, we release the fantasy that constant vigilance can secure every outcome. We will remain available. We will listen carefully, speak truthfully, act wisely, and respond when care is needed. We will prepare what can be prepared and address what is ours to address. But we will not confuse faithful responsibility with total control. Our love remains active, while our hands remain open. As we stand once more at the morning doorway, let us notice what has loosened within us. Let us quietly name the fear that no longer needs to govern our attention and the person we are entrusting today. If we choose to encourage others, we may share one brief word of trust or hope without revealing anyone's private story. Our testimony can strengthen another caregiver while still honoring the dignity of those we love. May the Keeper steady our hearts when footsteps fade beyond hearing. May He give us wisdom for every action that belongs to us and peace concerning all that does not. May our departures be free from anxious grasping, our hours be marked by attentive love, and our returns be met with gratitude. As we begin this day together, may we go with open hands, faithful hearts, and quiet confidence that God remains watchful beyond every doorway.